Louisiana beer reviews. Here we are with a Steel Reserve 211 Double Down and Revisit together. Last time I did a video on this was 2014. Now I think it was in 2011 I did a video, just a review, and then in 2014 my daughter helped me do one for the Malt Liquor Project. So this would be part of the Malt Liquor Project, a double down at special emphasis upon the product. Slow brewed in limited batches. It is limited because you don't see it too many places. I bought this in, I'm trying to think, Mississippi. So it's coming closer. I bought this at the Chevron, Mobile, you know, Exxon Mobil, the Mobil gas station right south of Jackson, Mississippi, and there may be more than one, but it's on US Highway 51 southbound off that exit, Interstate 55, US 51 southbound. And I noticed they also had Busch Ice. So now we're talking about 2 hours or less than 2 hours away. These two are making their way here. I did see the Old English, but it was the regular 5.9% version, not the high gravity that everybody's telling me is in Mississippi. Honestly, I don't really care for these kind of beers. I think this thing is well made, and you know, they knew what they're doing over at Miller, but it's just too heavy-bodied and strong for me. You know, this 8.1% alcohol is a little bit much for my taste. It says using only the finest malted barley. Well, Miller has the money, you know, Molson-Coors. Miller has the money to buy really good malt, selected hops, you know, hop pellets. They can do that. And we believe this to be among the very best beers in the world. Now, it's probably one of the very best beer labels in the world, I think you have to agree. And there's the standard Steel Reserve 6% we get here. I have some pastelaya and jambalaya. Pastelaya has shrimp. The jambalaya has sausage. Got that at the Knights of Columbus last night for helping work at bingo. This was made and done. It's leftover catering from a funeral. So they didn't want to waste it. They were trying to get people to take it. I got some Dave's Insanity sauce. It's very spicy. One thing about this high gravity lager, if you get some really spicy food, this does seem to work well with it. Although I would still prefer the 6% Steel Reserve. It's a sweet aroma, you know, lager beer aroma, pale barley malt, sweet bread crust, right? You know, they're using the corn syrup as the adjunct, the brewer's syrup. Would it be nicer if they used the flaked maize, the corn flakes? It would be nicer, but they're not going to do that. Miller used to use yellow corn grits. I noticed after they were bought out by South African beverages in the 2000s, then all of a sudden it was corn syrup, the brewer's syrup. Is it sold in bottles? Yes. I have seen photos of the 40-ounce clear bottles. In real life, I've never seen it. I've only ever seen this in these 24-ounce single cell cans. I don't recall the price for this. I think it was $1.19. Yeah, I think this was $1.19, and then they had Colt 45 for $1.19. So the price is, you know, tremendous. Some places maybe 99 cents. Never seen it in Louisiana. We know that Steel Reserve was introduced years ago, I think 1998, by Mackenzie River Corporation of San Francisco. It wasn't long after that that Miller bought this brand from them. St. Ides was another Mackenzie River brand, which I believe started in 1987. That was gobbled up by Pabst Brewing at some point. I don't even know if Mackenzie River is still in business. There's certainly no website. There was not the last time I checked. So the body here is a little heavy. It's a little too sweet, even cloyingly sweet. There's strong alcohol undertones. It's a little boozy. Not much glass lacing, a little. As far as hop bitterness, there's a little bit, but it's a round beer. It's just going to taste like beer, strong beer. It's probably got about 18 IBUs. They usually add, it would be a higher IBU to balance out that would be stomach-turning sweetness from the brewer's sugar and the dextrose maltose thing going on. Now I know some people, now this food is pretty good. I thought the jambalaya was a little too wet. No, wet and mushy jambalaya, a lot of people like that. I prefer the, the dry, each little rice kernel separated. That's why I generally don't eat jambalaya, because people make it wet. And it's sort of like the sticky rice, The pastalaya is good. Forgot to adjust the air conditioner not to come on. It's too late now. I do like that it has an oily aspect. Not greasy, an oily aspect. The Dave's Insanity sauce, yeah, it's making it hot. It doesn't bother me. The heat doesn't bother me. It just makes my nose runny. It will clear your sinuses. If you look at the specs on this and the regular high gravity steel reserve, 8%. I have a bottle of that, a 22-ounce bottle that I bought here. That's an 18-ounce, but I bought a 22-ounce bottle here when they first came out with steel reserve in 1998, and it was sold in Louisiana in cans, bottles, whatever, both formats. It was 8.1, and I thought it was a little strong. I mean, I would drink it. Sometimes I would buy a 12-pack, but I just thought it's a little harsh to me. And then in 2003, Miller came up with what they call Steel 6. They used to even show a can where it said Steel 6 on the can, but I never actually saw that. The only difference I ever saw was the Steel Reserve can and it says 6% on it, where in most states they'll say 8.1. So if you ever get a can that says Steel 6, save it, because that's a collectible. Yeah, not for me. Like I said, some people watch my videos and say, man, I can guzzle that like water. It's like, you're like a baby if you can't handle that. I'll admit I'm weak. When I'm drinking lager, my preference area is the 4.5 to 5% level, okay? That's really my preferred level, 4.5 to 5%. 5 to 6, I'll go along with it. This is a good standby, 6%. You can get good prices at Walmart. They don't sell it at Walmart here anymore. Notice, maybe the tall cans only. But for me, and I've talked about this on Hangouts, 6% is a tipping point for me on lagers, not ales, lagers. Once you get into 6.1 and higher, it becomes progressively harder to take and more unpleasant. Yeah, it's well done. Miller knows what they're doing. It's fine, okay? Don't look at Beer Advocate and rate beer, because they're not going to say it's one of the best beers in the world. They're going to say it's one of the worst. They're saying this on the label. I mean, that's their opinion. Then you get the really high gravity lagers, the Dog Bite, the Axe Head. You get in that 10% range. 11, 12, the Super Brew 15 from, well, that's just poorly done. They use bad ingredients, bad materials, obviously, from Romania. Very unpleasant. So It has a overall good taste. It's fine. It's fine. But Helles Doppelbock, you know, is not my favorite style. They're just a little strong. Andy Gator is an all malt Helles Doppelbock. It used to be called Andy Gator malt liquor, by the way. It's 8%. Sometimes I drink it and I like it, other times I don't like it. Then you got your Dunkel box, you know, your dark box, like the really fantastic ones, the Bureau Moretti La Rosa. That'll be about $11 a 6-pack. Only 11.2 ounce bottles of standard European size, but it's so fabulous. You know. So for something like this, I would take my favorite for this style, Carlsberg Elephant, 7.2%. It's perfect. No cloying, no overly sweet, nothing harsh. It's a beauty, which can be bad because you're drinking a lot. It's adding a lot of calories. Not good for losing weight or maintaining a low weight. And it's alcoholic. You'll get drunk very quickly. On my Busch Ice review that I did yesterday, you might notice that things were a little awry. I even had the little salad dressing coming out of my mouth. Eating a salad, I call it food-related incident. It was food-related incident. But I made a mistake, and I was trying to catch up. I had gone on this road trip to these distilleries, which was fabulous. And so I said, let me catch up. I've been out of the loop for the 4 days. And so I said, let me finish off the tail of white wine. And there was a whole lot of the white, you know, fairly good amount of that Taylor white wine left, the Taylor Country Cellar. And then I had to do the brandy challenge, so I did a taste challenge. And I kind of wore off a little bit, and then I said, let me do the Busch Ice, but then that was a 25-ounce can. So then you might, but I think I covered pretty well. Like I maintained sort of, I mean, I watched a replay this morning. I was like, it doesn't, it's pretty kept together, you know. But I was conscious that maybe I shouldn't post it. But I figured also, other people run into these little issues where it's not planned out. We're trying to do different projects, and you bunched them up, piggybacked them a little bit, and so things might have come undone a little bit on that end. Never drank anything else the rest of the day until I went to bingo and worked, and I drank what, a Miller Lite. That was it for that evening. I could have avoided that if I had remembered to just put it at a higher temperature for the video. Oh well, I make mistakes. All right, I'm glad I bought it just, you know, for a revisit. Will I ever do another video on this? This will be the third one, the double down. It's possible, it's unlikely. 2011, 2014, 2017, I guess that's enough. Why haven't we it's just, it's too, I knew I didn't want to drink it. I said, I don't even want to drink it. Yeah, I'm not ripping on the beer. It's me. Like, you know, when the girl tells you, it's not you, it's me. Which, in translated, means I found somebody else that I like better. But, I have found a lot of things I like better than that. But it's a style issue. You may love that style. Why haven't we examined it like our Wednesday night examinations? Most of the people that join can't get it. So would I recommend this? I wouldn't recommend it unless you like harsh things. I mean, I think the IEUs, the International Enjoyment Units, are rather low on this. I could never do a chug video on this. It would not be pretty. I just wouldn't do it. So, thanks for watching this double down. I think one thing that kind of saved this, I don't mean the video, you might think the video is horrendous, but saved this, is a Dave's Insanity sauce. You really do need a very powerful, see what I mean? Powerful hot sauce to contend, sort of battle against that. So they battle, and it sort of neutralizes the effect. So I think that's a good thing. So anyway, it's anyway, not recommended. But you know it exists, so I'm covering it. Alright, thanks for watching this video production, and if you have any interest or commentary on the Steel Reserve 211 triple export, well, let me know about it. Thank you for watching this video production.